Good evening, San Antonio. Good morning, Philippines. Welcome back to Usapang FilAm with Chona. And tonight, we're going to talk about showbiz. Usapang showbiz naman tayo, focusing in the film industry. All right, we have a special guest tonight who owns a productions company. It's a US-based company that basically do movie productions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you to help me welcome our guest for tonight, Uncle Scott.
Hi, Chona.
Scott, how are you? How's Houston?
Good. I have nosebleed already.
Me too. I didn't even know what I was talking about. No, just kidding. All right. So here you go, mga kababayan, my fellow Filipino Americans here in San Antonio and Filipinos in the Philippines. Who we have here is Uncle Scott. Uncle ng bayan. All right. If I'm sure Scott didn't understand it, but never mind.
Well, I know
Okay.
everybody in the Philippines has an uncle.
All right. So I would like to know more about Uncle Scott Global Productions. Would you like to tell me more about it? And what is Uncle Scott Productions known for?
It was established in 2015 in Seattle. We had the opportunity to get involved through some common friends into the film industry. And we together collaborated with another production company and came up with a concept called Tourcycle, in which we take a tricycle from the Philippines and take it on tour of the US. So
Wow.
that really got us started. From there, it was an evolution. We started to working more in films and commercials and TV shows, and really spent the time learning the industry, learning the ins and outs, how things work, how finances work, making connections within the industry itself in order to get us to where we are here today.
All right. Wonderful. And how did you guys get started?
Yeah, well, it's funny. We were in Seattle, and we had some common friends with people who had produced a movie, as well as a famous actress, Nora Nor, or I'm sorry, Nora Vina.
Oh, Nova Villia. I
Yeah,
know
Nora.
her.
And so, anyway, we ended up one night. We were having dinner with them, and I was cooking with Nova, and we were both making a dish in the kitchen. And I invited them to come take a tour of Starbucks. I was working at Starbucks Corporate in Seattle. And so they came over to Starbucks and took them through, which is a pretty cool building. It's over 100 years old that they retrofitted, and a very Starbucks flavor in there, and all the coffees and everything. And so we actually ended up having a rapport. It was probably not quite a year later that we went to the Philippines. We were in Bulacan, and our daughter Ginger was having a birthday. We invited them to come to the birthday. Well, we weren't actually able to make it to the birthday party, but they did meet with us later in order to give Ginger a present. We started talking about concepts, investing. They invited us to come be on a film set that they are filming, and that was Nora, by the way. So anyway, we went to the shoot, and then at that time we started talking about this idea of taking a tricycle on tour of the U.S. I think it sort of resonated with everybody. We started to come up with a plan, and then that's really how we ended up with that connection in the film industry.
Wow. Now, I'm sure there has to be something, that really compelled you in becoming a film producer. What is it?
Oh, well, there's several things, right? All my life, listening to financial advisors and working in the corporate world, we've always sort of taken a safe road. Your investments are pretty safe. You mix up your investments, but they're overall, a pretty safe journey. And I don't really find it that exciting. So you get a paper in the mail, you look, you see how your investments are doing and what's happening. But here we had an opportunity to be much closer to where our investments were. It was something that was a lot more exciting. It did come with more risk, but returns were also much, much higher. And if you really want to make real money, you're going to have to take a chance. You know?
Yep.
And my wife, she's so dynamic and she's so extremely talented. I've never met a woman that has as much talent as she does doing so many different things. And I believe in her and what she's doing. And she had a passion for doing this. And I thought, you know, the numbers look good, the passion's there, you want to do something that you love, and so let's do that. So that we just took that first step forward, and then we've been doing it ever since.
Wow. All right. Now let's talk about Uncle Scott TV because I know you just recently materialized Uncle Scott TV. How did you guys come up with this idea? Can you tell me more about it?
A lot of brainstorming, and
Okay.
it's interesting. The industry is changing right now, and with the coronavirus going on, seeing a lot of issues where filmmaking is stopping, and there's a lot of people at home. They're watching Netflix, or watching Amazon, they're watching these different streaming channels, and they're watching a lot of YouTube. YouTube usage is going way up, so that shows that there's a big shift that's occurring. But in even that, TV is still decreasing as far as cable goes. So cable and satellite still is losing ground.
Yeah.
That really means that there's just opportunity out there. And obviously everybody knows that there's opportunity in videos online, but it's growing. It's continuing to grow. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning. We're still at the and so we go, you know, we know all these talented people. We have many talented people that we work with in the Philippines, and we wanted to be able to utilize that. So we all got together. We started talking about what it is that we could do, and up with the channel Uncle Scott TV. We're very excited about launching a new upcoming show called Lockdown Stars.
Wow, Lockdown Stars. What is Lockdown Stars? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I can tell you a little bit. What it is a singing video contest. So we'll have prizes, and hopefully they're pretty substantial. And people will submit us videos. We'll go through a process of eliminating the singers and eventually come up with a winner, a Lockdown Star winner. We are going to be launching that at the end of the month, where we hope that people will get the opportunity to know about this, and if they know somebody that would like to enter, or if they'd like to enter themselves, hopefully they'll do that. We'd love to have your video.
That would be wonderful. Well, keep us up to date, all right? I hope, you know, so we can also inform a lot of Filipino Americans in Texas.
Yeah, very quick, I promise you.
Now, when it comes to Lockdown Stars, is this show like focused on Filipinos, or it's for everybody?
You know, Filipinos love to sing.
I know that. Yes. That's a trademark for Filipinos everywhere.
Go to a party, if there's a karaoke in the machine, karaoke machine that's in the corner, I can almost guarantee you, if it's idle, it's not going to be idle for very long. And so we aren't restricting ourselves, but obviously we work a lot within the Filipino industry.
Okay.
And we will be communicating a lot of this in Tagalog as well as English. So, and I'm sure a lot of the singers coming along will be using Tagalog as well. So if somebody wanted to come in from say, India or from Germany.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're not going to stop them from coming in, and we will judge them as fairly as we would anybody else. But I'm sure that our audience, our demographic,
Mm-hmm.
going to be mostly Filipino American.
Okay, no, no, you said people or the contestants will have to record their videos and send it to you guys, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, Scott, thank you very much.
Mhm.
And I would like for you, I'm actually, like I said, I'm very excited to see this Lockdown Star show coming up. Would you like to invite our audience to join?
Well, of course, join us. Yeah. Um, really, we go to Uncle Scott TV and please hit subscribe and toggle that bell so that you get notifications. And as we come out with new shows, you'll know about that. Chona, this has been wonderful.
Me
And,
too. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and also to my fellow Filipinos and fellow Filipino Americans here in San Antonio, neighboring cities, and the whole U.S. If you are ever interested, if you have the talent, to sing, their program is called Lockdown Stars. So if you have a chance, take advantage of these times or hours that you got nothing to do but sit down in front of your computer or cell phone. Get a record of you singing and submit it to Uncle Scott. For you to see the mechanics, just look for or search for Uncle Scott TV, Uncle Scott TV on Facebook, or UncleScottTV.com, right? Did I say it right?
yes.
Uncle Scott TV. Oh, I got it right. Oh, retention. Okay, UncleScottTV.com or Uncle Scott TV on Facebook. They're going to start. They're planning to launch it at the end of May. So start your practice now. Start practicing and recording yourself, doing your video. There's no like whatever I'm sorry, whatever song. Like they can use
Yeah,
whatever song, right?
so the songs need to be between 2 and 4 minutes.
Okay.
We're not genre specific. Whatever it is that you feel that your voice and the type of song that your voice best fits, do whatever is best for you.
Can it be Tagalog? Or it
We
has to be
I
English?
prefer English because I'll get nosebleed. No,
I know, right?
absolutely, absolutely, it could be Tagalog.
Okay, so Tagalog or English.
We are not going to discriminate.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Scott. This interview has been very, very pleasant, and you have wonderfully delivered whatever information I needed. Is there anything else that you would like to tell our audience before we wrap it up?
Well, just watch for our movies that will hopefully we're slated to come out with movies by the end of the year, but with coronavirus, we're still working on those timelines and those schedules. We have to be very conscious about people's safety that work on those crews and that we follow the recommended practices out there. So, but watch for Uncle Scott on your favorite movies out there, and we hope to give you entertainment that you'll enjoy into the future.
All right. Thank you once again, Scott, for joining me tonight. And people, please watch again Uncle Scott TV on Facebook.
Thank you very much.
All right. You have a good night.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye
Take
bye.
care, you too. Bye bye.